Recently, I went through a sad phase in my life, not because something external happened, it was just my mood. And that made me question my spiritual growth journey. That also made me feel like an imposter. Like, here I am on this podcast called Unconditional Joy, helping others to find unconditional joy and do their inner healing. But yet, here I am feeling so sad for days at a stretch. And so I began to question and judge my spiritual growth. And if you have felt like that, I first of all want you to know that you are not alone. Spiritual growth is not always linear. So there can be times where you go through phases, like you're doing okay and then you are sad or depressed and then perhaps you come out of that. So it's phases, it's seasons. And I want you to be okay if you're going through a sad phase or season. Do not resist it. The biggest thing I'm learning through my spiritual work is to not resist anything, and that includes sadness. So if you're going through a phase of sadness, it does not mean that your spiritual work is not working. It could actually be a very positive sign. Feeling all the heavy emotions that you have perhaps suppressed over decades, when they finally come out, when all those suppressed emotions or those suppressed blockages, your patterns, your childhood trauma, when all that stuff is coming out to be released, it's going to feel painful. It's going to make you feel very sad. And that is okay. That's actually a good sign, because you don't want to keep all that stuff in you. You want to let it go. You want it to come out. So Michael Singer says that what is stored with pain comes out with pain. So meaning any of these experiences, let's say from your childhood to now, whenever something bothered you and you resisted it, you stored it. You stored it in your body, in your psyche, and then it keeps on trying to come up, which is why we see that we'll go through the same patterns again and again, because that whatever you suppressed it doesn't go away. It keeps on wanting to come up to be released, and then we push it down again, but we can't do that. We can push it down temporarily, but it will keep on trying to come up. So when we finally surrender to that emotion and allow it to come up, it's painful, and it can feel painful for days. So I just want you to know that I go through that, I feel that, and sometimes it makes me question if all this work is even worth doing. But I just have to accept that as a part of the process and remind myself that what I suppressed with pain, it is going to come up with pain. And then I just have to surrender to that pain. I have to allow it to make me sad for days, and I have to let it pass through me, because if I do that, then I will feel better. I will feel better once that blockage is released. And there's so many blockages because we have been storing these blockages for our whole lifetime. But to have the wisdom to not resist this pain, this blockage when it comes up, and to not judge it as a bad thing, to not judge it as a sign that your spiritual work is not working, because it's in fact quite the opposite. It could be a sign that it's working and your blockages are getting released and your samskaras are getting released, and perhaps some of your karmas are getting dissolved. So I hope that helps. And let me know, what is your experience? Have you seen that in your spiritual growth journey, sometimes you feel like you're not making progress, or even that you're going backwards? And that reminds me to say one more thing, that spiritual progress can sometimes look like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It is not linear. It is cyclical, which means that sometimes you will just keep on coming to the same thing, the same pattern again and again. And that just means that there's still some work left to be done with that particular pattern. And that has happened to me with self love, for example. I thought that I have conquered the self love department and I love myself fully, but then life will show me situations where I am still lacking self love. And then it just means there's a little bit more work to be done in that. And also in my relationship with my mom, I have had the same feeling where I keep coming back to the same thing and realizing that I'm not done. I still have some more forgiving to do. I still have some more healing to do with respect to my mother wound. And yeah, so I really hope that this helps in case you are feeling similar to how I was feeling a few weeks ago. Do not be discouraged. You are on the right path. Keep up the good work. And I'm proud of you for doing the work.